everyone, it's Conan and I'm back with a new video. I know it's been a while and I might make an update video on why it has been a while, but I might not, so let's see. But I'm just really busy at the moment and I didn't really have time to make videos, and there were some problems with videos I was making, so I didn't feel motivated either. But I think I'm gonna try to be back on a schedule. I have some good stuff planned, so let's see how that goes, but I'm not committing to a schedule yet because I can't really do that. So this is a fan art for another video game. It's like another thing in the series of Conan talks about shit I'm very personal about, very passionate about. And that's very personal to me, and tell you why I like it, and tell you why you should check it out. And I draw fan art. So yeah, before I get into the actual meat of the speed paint, the background is already done because OBS crashed when I was exporting the video for the background, and I had to task manager it, and like I lost all the footage for the background, which is really sad because I really like the background. But yeah, whatever, that's just behind me. I'm over it. It's fine. Yep, I'm here. I'm just like painting the rest of the picture. I also lost the footage for the lining, which is also really sad because I love lining. But yeah, as you can see for this one, I tried to do just some mild painting for the skin. Just like nothing major, just really mild paintings. So because I was planning on doing a lot of cell shading and effects and shit, and I thought it would be interesting if the skin would be a bit more rendered. So that's why what you're seeing right now and what I'm doing at the beginning. I used a very hard brush that's very opaque, and then I switched to a softer brush for blending. And then I used painting smudge tool thing. I know you shouldn't smudge, but like it was gonna get covered up anyways. So yep, I did that. Yep. And I'm gonna get basically into all the fancy. The rest is basically just me doing cel shading and some fancy effects and layer modes and all that good stuff. By the way, if you wanna I don't know if I should make a video on some of the techniques I use for these pictures. It's actually pretty similar to what I did for the Turing test picture. Then I can definitely make that video. And yeah, so let me know if you have any questions about my process or something. I can also answer some small questions in the comments, but like, let me know. So yeah, this is fan art for the game Oxenfree. It's Oxenfree is like an indie game, and it's really cool. That's why I'm making a video about it. But it's like 2.5 perspective, which is really unique and cool, which basically means the background is 3D, but you move, the background is 2D, but the characters you move are 3D, and the objects you interact with are 3D, so it has a really unique aesthetic. And the game, what makes the game really special, I mean, I'm gonna have to talk about some spoilers here. So if you want to play Oxenfree, like a playthrough, like one round doesn't even take 3 hours as far as I know, like, or maybe a bit over. I don't know, I got through it really fast, and it's not a lot, it's definitely under 4 hours, I think. And I definitely just go check it out. It's also really cheap on Steam, especially now with the sales. Like, yeah, spoilers ahead, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, then, I don't know, just like, click off the video, I'm sorry. Or I could put in a timestamp where I stop talking about spoilers. But yeah, it's basically a game about these teenagers, like a group of teenagers who go to a pretty abandoned island, and the main character has this a radio that you can attune to frequencies. That's basically the main game mechanic. But then they like go into a cave and accidentally unlock a portal some kind of, I don't know, I'll call it limbo dimension or something, or afterlife, I don't know. And there's these ghosts of people who died in a ship accident, and they are pretty vengeful and they want justice. So they demand a sacrifice, and like this game has a lot of choice. Like you can choose to make friends with everyone, or you can choose to antagonize everyone, and you can choose to sacrifice someone, and you can even influence the past. And that's incredibly cool. Like, and there's different endings, and the whole concept of the game is kind of about time loops and how time works, and like how like people get stuck in a loop. And there's also like many different endings. And what's really amazing about this game is, for example, if you do the game and you get stuck in the time loop, because you can then choose to either sacrifice yourself and keep lock the ghosts away, or sacrifice someone else and just like leave. And if you do that, it just starts over at the beginning of the game. And I mean, yeah, obviously, but if you start playing the game again, then it actually keeps your save file. So the game remembers what you did. And so there's like things keep popping up that weren't there before, because like the ghosts remember you. Like they say, oh, like, oh, you're back again. It's just another time loop, blah, blah, blah. And like, that's incredibly cool. That is so cool. Like, I'm just replaying it for the second time, and like there are so many things, and also like the characters know that you're replaying it, and that's just such a weird experience. Also, the game is like, for the fact that it's pretty cartoony, really spooky. It's like really spooky. The voice acting is pretty good. And I also really like the like dial mechanic. And yeah, it's just, I would 100% recommend it. Please go play Oxenfree. Like, I can promise you, you won't regret it. Like, I mean, if you hate these kind of games, I mean, sure, you will regret it if you just play fucking Counter-Strike or something. But like, if you're into good indie games, please check it out. It is so good. And I'm just gonna comment a bit on what happened. So I did the dial and I copied it and applied like a wave distort filter, because sometimes when you get stuck in a time loop, the image gets like distorted, like VHS distorted or something. And I tried to mimic that effect. And I also fooled around with some chromatic aberration and in general some channels to get this more blue-red looking picture. And then I just put a hard light on it and applied it to the layers beneath, because I always kept the original folder and then I just copied and merged it to make all these effects. And now I'm just putting We Are the Oxenfree at the top, because I really wanted to put text on it, because I kind of liked how it went with the Turing test picture. So yeah, that's basically the finished piece. I'm just distorting the text a bit. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you go check out Oxenfree. And I hope I will see you in my next one, so goodbye!